What's going on? Chris Martinez here, co-owner of Dynamic Fit Pro. So what I'm going to talk about in this video is a student spotlight, health and fitness coach. Her name is Jane Metcalf. So Jane, about 6 months ago, barely got into doing online health and fitness coaching, right? She was making about $300 a month, maybe just like doing it kind of like here and there, nothing super serious, right? And then fast forward 6 months after that, being in our accelerator program, taking massive action and really impacting, serving people. She's now at $5,000 a month, right? Her number one goal is to replace basically her past day job as income, right, monthly, and she did that. She surpassed that. So super proud of her. So I want to introduce you to Jane, and I want to show you the possibilities if you're a health and fitness coach and you're looking to do some of the same things as Jane does, right? And watch this video, see all this cool stuff she talks about, how you guys can do it, right? What's going on, guys? We are back again with an awesome accelerator case study student, Jane. Jane, how's it going?
It's good. How are you guys?
We're doing good. Doing well. Doing good. And can you just give us like maybe a 60-second snapshot of like who you are and who you serve?
Sure. Yeah, I'm Jane Metcalf. I'm a personal trainer, and I am a mom of three, and really focus on corrective exercise. Love corrective exercise. Love focusing on exercise for reasons other than weight loss. I do help with weight loss as well, but I find that especially among my mamas, they kind of start having their kids are growing, and yet a lot of their aches and pains from even their postpartum days don't get addressed. And so if we can kind of start looking at exercise as, something other than weight loss to help you feel better, move better, minimize pain, enjoy your kids a lot more, then it starts to become a better relationship with exercise. And just like you can build one more tool in your toolkit to like be a better mom or be a better grandma, whatever that goal is, and to have a little bit more fulfillment in life instead of kind of living with chronic pain if it's something that, can be fixed with diet and exercise. So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Look back, Jane, like maybe 6 to 8 months ago before you were in the accelerator program, if you could just kind of like talk about where you were with like your business and kind of the things that you were struggling with at that time.
Sure. So I'm going to go back a little bit more because when I was a trainer for about like 3 years at a local gym, was doing really well. My books were full, and my books were full in December, and that's a big deal because everybody knows in December it's our slow month. But if your books are full in December, you're doing great. But I was hardly getting paid anything, and I was like, I am working so hard, hardly making any money, and I want to go back to my old profession because I enjoy having a career. I enjoy, earning a decent paycheck. That's just part of something that brings me fulfillment. And so I had gone back into my old career and I was doing it and I was testing it out, and was coming to the realization that I was like not happy. And so I had started my business like super part-time while I was working in my old career, and just realizing how unhappy I was. And just starting to figure out like, okay, I love training. I'm so happy when I see my clients feel better and they get stronger. It's my happy place. My most favorite days were when I was working at the gym in my leggings with clients, I could see my kids, I had that flexibility. So I was just in a spot where I was so unhappy because I didn't know how to make the transition to going full-time with my business. But I knew that like, I couldn't keep staying doing what I was doing because I just felt like my soul was being drained out of me. My happiness was, it's sometimes you do a job and you do it because it needs to be done. And I'm going to work hard at it. Absolutely. But at the end of the day, if I am dreading having to wake up the next morning every day, that's a big deal. And that's a sign that, you have to kind of pivot to what you love and then figure it out. And that's that hard, scary, messy spot. So I was just like really in this difficult spot of like, what do I do next? When you guys reached out to me. So yeah, it was like perfect timing.
Yeah. And that's a hard place to be. And I know I've spoke to other coaches like that we've worked with. We were in that spot, when we first started off. So I get you. It's like you are like kind of just like losing your soul or selling it. So when you did decide, okay, like I need help, I need to hire business coaches, like what was there any skepticism before pulling that trigger? And what was like some of that skepticism?
You know what? I was thinking about it. It's the funniest thing. I was afraid because I was like, I had met you guys online, like I saw you guys on Zoom, but I was literally afraid that I was going to like sign a contract and never see you guys again. And now I think about how much I see you weekly and talk to you guys in the group, right? And I was like, oh, that fear was so, you know, and it's wild. I am a millennial. I use the internet, but still online coaching is a totally different thing. It's new, and I think that fear is always in the back of everyone's mind. Like, I'm going to sign this money. Am I going to actually get my service, or am I going to see it, goodbye? So it's funny that like is, if anything, I'm like, you guys make yourselves so available to us, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, like every time. And the group is so great.
I know, my bad. I know you're probably like, dude, why did you do that? I just really quick, and we'll be back to that video. I just want you to join our free Facebook group community for health and fitness coaches looking to get more online clients. So just click the link below in the description box, join it absolutely free. We got some cool stuff in there, a lot of videos, we do live trainings every couple of months on there. And we got some cool freebies on there. So just make sure to click the link below, join our free Facebook group for health and fitness coaches that want to level up and get more online clients to create more income, impact, influence, independence. Back to the video.
So I just remember going into it like, okay, here we go, and now I'm like, oh yeah, that's
a good one. Okay. Yeah, that's one.
Yeah.
Like now that you're on the other end, imagine like some of the people you're signing up, like their skepticism or their fears, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And that's something that I'm like, I want them to know right away. The minute you sign with me, I am back on with you, figuring out when we can get you on the books to get you going. Like, it is not it's that trust. That's the essence, right? As a business owner, you have your reputation, you have your trust, and you have to be able to communicate that right away. And if you don't, then you only have your credibility. You're only going to go so far. So it's just neat to know, like, when I recommend you guys, I'm like, no, they're the real deal. Like, y'all are going to show up. And now the onus is on us to show up. It's not a lack of availability from you guys. It's on us to be present, do the work, and not anything about not getting the help or the resources we need from you guys,
100%. Appreciate that. So I want to just talk about now, Jane, about like results, right? So you've been in the program, I think anywhere from like 6, 7, 8 months, right?
Yeah.
It's around that time period. Yeah. So
yeah,
it's a long time when you think about it. So if you don't mind just being transparent about your results, kind of like where were you at, like, 8 months ago, even like revenue wise and like client wise, to where you're at now, like revenue wise, client wise?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So when I was doing my business like part-time, maybe I was making like $300 or $400 a month, like super part-time, right? And now I'm at about 5,000 a month. And I have honestly, when I came to you guys were like, what's your first goal? And I'm like, I want to replace my paycheck from my first job completely. Like, I want to be able to pay myself what I think I'm worth. And I know that my knowledge, my expertise, I should be getting paid more. I just don't know how to do it. So it's neat to be at a spot to feel like I'm charging what I have learned and earned, and to realize that clients will even respect you more for that.
Yeah.
Right. If you are charging more because you believe in yourself, they respect it and they see the value, but they don't see the value if you don't see the value. So it's been a huge growth to also, and the thing is, every time you put in your 2 weeks notice, like transitioning from whatever career you have, it's a super scary thing. You're thinking about quitting, you're figuring out finances, talking to my husband about it, all this stuff. And just to be at a point where it's like, I should have quit sooner. That was the first month I was like, I made a mistake waiting too long, and it's fine. Like, you catch up, but I didn't think the number one thing I was going to think was I should have quit sooner. I should have gone full steam ahead soon. I should have devoted more of my time and energy to this sooner, because I was way more happy, fulfilled. And then also just the learning lessons you have to go through in starting your business, like learn them faster and move on and get to that point where you feel a little bit more settled and established, and you feel a little bit more, stable, even though every new day I'm like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing in this part, but
we all know to a certain degree.
Yeah.
But that's it's so amazing, just everything you hit on. And just like, even just, that's why we love doing these videos with like our students, because it will inspire and impact someone else that's in the same position. So I know I sound like a broken record, Jane, but like, I am so proud of you. Like, I have just noticed like the confidence since when you first started to now. If we could just go back and like see videos, like it's like night and day. So
I remember, and I know, like, I know there's going to be people watching this who are in the same boat. They're afraid. They're afraid, but they're unhappy. And granted, like, everybody needs to figure out their own finances. But in my mind now, I feel like run fast towards a decision, run fast towards it. Because the more time you sit in your fear, the more you're wasting time. And it's going to be messy. It's going to be imperfect. So it's like anybody watches this and it's like, they're on that verge. I'm like, go full steam ahead and commit yourself to the process, invest in it, but they will not be disappointed with the outcome that they get on the other end, you know?
Yeah, 100%. And just again, thank you so much for putting your trust into myself and Chris. It means a lot. And we still got work to do. I know you're going to continue to elevate, so I'm excited. But where can some of the viewers just follow you and see all the cool stuff that you're doing, just for more inspiration?
Yeah, absolutely. So on Instagram, I'm Train with Jane with like 4 E's. That Train with Jane, the first one was taken, so I just kept typing in E's until I got to my username accepted. And then on Facebook, I'm Jane Metcalf Personal Training. And so, yeah, definitely. And I'm even on TikTok, but I don't know what my username is. I can't even give that one.
Good old TikTok. Well, cool. We'll have all those linked up in this. But yeah, once again, Jane, thank you so much for just jumping on and just spreading your wisdom, and just super proud of you. I know this is going to impact somebody else.
Yeah. Thanks so much, Jane.
Thank you. Absolutely.
All right, guys, go follow Jane. Until next time.